Alright, fuckers, what's up? I'm pissed. Alright, I'm so pissed I'm not even gonna bother doing my intro that I usually do, because what's the fucking point? So, you might be thinking to yourself, Ashley, why are you so pissed off? Well, I'll show you why I'm so pissed off. Take a look at this. Take a look at this screenshot that I took today. At the time of this recording, you know, I took a picture in, you know, about like an hour ago. And, you know, because I was horny. I was wanting to watch porn on my favorite website. But apparently, according to my, I'm going to use air quotes here, local laws, I can't. Now, my big question is, what the fuck? My second biggest question is, what the shit? And my third biggest question of the entire decade is, what the fuck does that mean? What does local laws even mean? Does it mean my state? If so, just say your state laws prevent you from visiting this site instead of your local laws. And I get that they do this by design to, you know, make it as vague as possible so that they can ban more and control more. I get that. But why does it have to be so fucking vague in this sense? If you're banning a porn site, or if you're telling, like, fully grown adults, which, by the way, I am, I'm 25 and a half, you're over here telling us that we can't watch porn. And this is what I'm pissed off by. I'm pissed that there are so many people trying to control us and tell us what we can and can't watch, what we can and can't listen to, what we can and can't play. Because, these pornographic games on Steam are so bad. Yeah, fuck you, Collective Shout. Go fuck yourselves. Go die in a hole. Die. But that's beside the point. The point is, this is not about kids. And I know some people are gonna be like, oh, well, Ashley, you know, think of the children. You know, won't you think of the kids? Fuck the kids! You don't care about them! You say you do, but if you actually cared about the children, there wouldn't be school shootings, or at least nearly as much school shootings as there are. Kids would have free lunch across the board. This wouldn't be some debate. This wouldn't be some sort of issue. Oh, well, should we give kids free lunch in school? Yes! Why is that even a fucking question? Yeah, we care about kids, my asshole. Think of the children, my asshole. You don't fucking care about them. All you care about is controlling people and telling them what they can and can't watch and listen to them play. And I'm fucking tired of it. You know? And some people are probably gonna, you know, question, oh, why are you so pissed off? It's just porn. You see, that's one thing that I'm pissed off by. It's porn. Alright? Something that shouldn't be censored. Because, I mean, it's meant for legal adults to watch. It's meant for 18 plus adults to watch. It was never designed for kids. And, you know, some people are thinking, oh, what about, you know, like the ID system? You know how flawed the ID system is? Let's pretend for a little bit that I'm a child. Let's pretend that I am 7 years old. And I am browsing the internet. I have unrestricted access because my parents don't give a fuck about me and whatever. And let's say I come across a porn site, right? And I'm curious, and I want to watch what they have to offer. And they say, you have to be 18 or older to watch this. And so, please provide... I think that a child is smart enough to go inside their parents' wallet or purse and steal their credit card or their ID or anything and just take a picture of it on their phone or tablet and say, there you go, I'm clearly old enough to watch porn even though I'm really not, even though I'm only 7 years old. You think kids are dumb, and a lot of them are, let's face it, but they're not that dumb. They can figure out how to bypass a simple ID check. That's what I did when I was a kid. Oh, hey, you know, show us ID. Yeah, I stole, you know, my grandfather's credit card just to pose as him, just to view that website when I was a kid. Because if I wanted to watch porn, god damn it, I was going to watch. And, you know, again, that's very flawed. And facial recognition. Let's do face recognition. Again, you know how flawed that is. You could just, again, take a picture of, you know, your family or your friends that are of age, and you could, or, you know, you could just wear makeup that makes you look older, or do what Discord did and take a picture of fucking Norman Reedus from Death Stranding 2. Like, you see how flawed that is? Kids are going to find a way to browse porn and view the internet in a way that they want, if they want to do it. If they are desperate enough for it, they will find a way. That's why I think the rating system for video games and movies are absolutely bullshit and stupid. Yeah, when video games first came out, you had to put a rating system, you know, not rating, you know, You get what I'm trying to say. When the rating system first came out, I got it. I understood. But as we get older, we understand, hey, not every game is meant for kids, and, you know, sometimes you can just tell by the box art that some... But should we ban all video games? Because, you know, kids play Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty and all these other games. So we should ban video games, right? No. Don't you fucking dare, or I will come over there, I will smack you with a dildo. I will go full Saints Row on your ass. Literally. I will turn you around, I'll grab a purple dildo, I will smack you with it, and send you flying into the goddamn ether. Alright? Don't be so fucking retarded. Now, with that being said, another reason that people are like, oh, well, calm down, is just porn. And that, you know, why that pisses me off. Because today, it might be porn that gets banned. Or certain websites of porn sites, you know? Which I checked Pornhub, and Pornhub for now seems to be just fine. For now. Keyword, for now. Because, oh boy, I thought, you know, BoundHub was safe, but nope. Guess not. But, you know, like I said, today it was porn. Tomorrow it could be your favorite video game, or movie, or TV show, or piece of music, or book. And they're always trying to ban books. They're always trying to challenge what people can and can't read, even though it's our First Amendment right. Keep that in mind. This is our First Amendment right. We have the right to watch whatever we want as adults, right? We have the ability to read whatever we want to in schools because we have the First Amendment right. And not only is this one thing, in my personal opinion, setting a precedent for what's to come in the future, you know, banning more porn sites, banning banning Rule 34 and DeviantArt, and basically limiting freedom of expression as well, mind you, not just freedom of speech, our First Amendment right, but also our freedom of expression, freedom of choice, everything. They're doing. Why? Because they don't give a fuck about us. They don't care about what we want. They only care about what they want. Oh, I'm uncomfortable with porn, therefore I'm gonna get it banned. I'm uncomfortable with Grand Theft Auto 5, so I'm gonna get it banned. I'm uncomfortable with the movie John Wick because there's animal cruelty in the first one. There's guns. There's violence. So we're gonna get John Wick banned. Like, you see where this is gonna go, right? Pretty soon, anything that's remotely sexual, anything that's remotely violent, anything that's remotely enjoyable is going to go. It's gonna be banned. It's gonna be, you know, fucked over because of all these bullshit reasons that the government wants you to think, you know, they're doing it for the kids, but they're not. Because, you know, like I said, fuck the kids. They don't care about them. And it honestly sickens me. It really does. Because I don't know about you, but as a legal adult who can, you know, who is legally old enough to drink and smoke and go to war and vote and, you know, legally old enough to drive and all that good shit, I don't very much like being told what I can and can't watch. If I want to watch porn, I'm gonna watch porn. And another thing that I find hilarious is a lot of people are bitching about piracy. Oh, how do we stop piracy? How do we get rid of piracy? First off, you're never going to get rid of piracy. Piracy is forever. It'll always exist, no matter how hard you try to fight it. If you want to get rid of piracy, you have to shut down the entire internet. And even then, that's not going to work. There will still be pockets of places where people pirate, where people take the game's contents, put them on a computer, and then put them on another disc, and then sell them to their friend, or give them to their best friend, or whatever the case may be. There's always a way around it. There's always going to be piracy. So, trying to ban piracy and stop it from happening is like trying to ban guns, or trying to ban video games, or trying to ban humanity. You know, just try to ban people. It's never going to happen. You're never going to get rid of anything. Period. Right? But, you know, whatever. They're talking about wanting to get rid of piracy. They're trying to combat it. What fucking shit do, right? Well, by doing all this, it has the opposite effect. I could go right now to a pornographic website and watch it that way. Or I could take the of that video and go to a place or some other, you know, video downloading site, or specifically a porn downloading site, and then download the. I don't have to go to the website. Just go on Google, type in, you know, the website, and if there's a video and a thumbnail, or just a thumbnail itself that I like, I'll take the link and download the video. I've done that. I still do that because I know what it's like, and here because oh, it's internet is truly dead. You know, that's why people always warn of the digital footprint, or telling people, hey, be careful what you say or what you do on the internet, because, you know, it's there forever. You think just because you delete something it's gone. Nope, not at all. It's not gone at all. It's still there. It's always going to be there, or somebody thought to have the same idea I did and just copy the video, you know, link, and then download it through some website and then re-upload it somewhere else. Because we don't want to run the risk of losing it, and it's also a form of preservation. And by preservation, I mean it's fucking preservation over here. And that's another thing that I also don't understand, is that, you know, people want to combat piracy and get rid of it, but yet they pull all this bullshit. And it's like, okay, so you're telling us you want us to pirate because you're making it harder for us to actually watch the videos that we want to watch, or play the games that we want to play, or read what we want to, you know, read. Like, I personally think, and there probably is somewhere, I want Internet Archive, you know, I want somebody to upload their collection of, like, Bound Hub videos to Internet Archive. If you have any videos at all from Bound Hub or Pornhub before the Purge happened, which, what I mean by the Purge, I mean when Pornhub decided to basically nuke half their fucking website for whatever reason. Like, there were some good videos that you can't find much anymore unless someone backed it up on a hard drive, or a USB, or SD card, or some other way to put videos on, right? So, you able to find per type. Example, I could type in, you know, when referring to porn, I could type in cute blonde girl tied up with duct tape and gagged or whatever. Videos there are of that. So I'm looking for a person. I have to look through like several pages to find one, and also keep in mind some of the websites on Google, you know, you search videos or images on Google, 100%, and oh, removed. This video is done. Why is it on Google? Why is a thumbnail there? Why am I able to click the link anyway? Shouldn't the link just not exist anymore? And so you know how hard it is to find certain things. And also, for talking about video games, same ordeal. There was this one game I was playing a long time ago on like Windows XP. It was like 90s or early 2000s first-person shooter game where you, I believe, were on like Mars and or some other planet. I think it was Mars. And your first objective was to protect or to help a radio station that was on Mars that was being attacked by aliens or demons or something like that. Not Doom, because there was no radio stations in Doom. But I'm trying to remember the name of, or not the name, but I'm trying to remember the setting. I think you were in some room and like you open up like fuck. I'm gonna fucking say a garage door, because I don't know how else to explain it, but you open up like a garage door and you have to go to save these people. I don't remember. I know it was like an early 2000s or, you know, mid to late 90s FPS game, you know, first person shooter, but that's all I know. I'm trying to remember the name. I'm trying to remember the overall setting. I'm trying to remember pieces of dialogue that was in the game, because it had dialogue, from what I remember. And I can't find it. Mandela effect thing where I remember playing the game, but it never even existed. Or maybe I'm remembering a completely different game or something like that. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. This is just pissing me off. 'Cause, you know, we shouldn't have to deal with this. We shouldn't have to deal with censorship. And that's what this is. Censorship. Mostly from the far right. You know, the fucking Donald Trumps and the Ben Shapiros and the Candace Owens and the Matt Walshes of the world. Which, all y'all are fucking retarded. By the way, fuck you, Matt Walsh. Fuck you, Ben Shapiro. Fuck you, Candace Owens. Fuck you, everybody that even agrees with them, because they have some real shit takes that make no sense at all. Also, fuck Charlie Kirk, by the way. I know he just died, but who cares? I don't. Fuck him. And I'll make a whole video on that at some point. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm pissed. I'm annoyed. I really fucking hate this. Because you know what's gonna happen next. You know, Bound Hub may be gone soon, right? Because nobody's allowed to watch it. Nobody's allowed to browse porn anymore. But, you know, tomorrow it could be your favorite video game, or your favorite song, or book, or movie, or TV show, or any piece of literature that isn't necessarily a book. Maybe a painting or a piece of art gets so somebody they decide to ban art altogether. This pisses me off. So basically, now you know why I'm pissed off. Now you know why I fucking hate this. You know now why I'm making this fucking video. Because I hate this. I hate censorship. Now, I will say, as much as I hate the right, I'm also going to blame the left. Why? Because the left isn't doing enough to protect our freedom of speech. They're not doing enough to prevent this from happening. The left is just as guilty as the right, because they're not doing enough to protect our internet rights. They're not doing enough to protect how we are, how we act, how we watch certain things. And I mean, you might think to yourself, oh, do you have a fucking solution to, you know, make kids safer on the internet? Yes, I do actually. It's called not letting kids on the internet. Alright? Now you might think, oh, that's a bit too far, don't you think? No. I think it's totally reasonable. A lot of kids, when they're on the internet, even when they're supervised, they see things that they're not meant to see. The internet is not a safe place for children. The internet isn't even a safe place for adults. I've seen some things. I've seen live murders. I have seen people literally die. And I'm not talking about the deep web either. I'm talking about the clear web that you could just search up. I have seen a video of a politician committing suicide. I have seen videos on the internet that are not meant for anybody. Period. So if it's not safe for adults, why do you think it's safe for children to be online? Where they could be groomed and sexually harassed and manipulated and, you know, see things they're not supposed to see at a certain age. Think about it. Would you let your kid, if you have any, go online, let alone unsupervised? And I blame a lot of this also on the parents. Because if y'all would just fucking do your goddamn jobs and be a fucking parent, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. If you would just watch your little fucking cum goblin, if you would just fucking watch your goddamn little shit, we wouldn't have the government try to step in and tell us what we can and can't watch. So, to recap, who to blame? Blame the government. Blame the right for doing this in the first place. Blame the left for allowing this to happen and not doing enough to stop it. Blame the parents for not doing their jobs as fucking parents. And causing this in the first place. You know, I believe in a free internet where we can say and do whatever we want. We can watch whatever we want, play whatever we want. I'm a firm believer in the freedom of speech as well. I'm a firm believer in the First Amendment right. I'm really fond of the Constitution as a whole because it's supposed to give us freedoms. But apparently not anymore. Everyone's trying to the Constitution and do what they want to do anyway. I mean, wouldn't you like to be able to say what you want on the internet? Wouldn't you like to say or do anything you want on the internet? Just forget about the kids for a second. Let's talk about you. Then again, you're probably a little kid anyway if you're crying about porn. And like, oh, we need to ban porn. We need to do this and do that. Yeah, fuck off. But like, wouldn't you rather have a free internet where you could look up whatever the hell you want, no matter how fucked up it is? I do. Do I think, you know, porn websites need to do a little bit better at protecting kids? As in, making sure that they don't see porn? Sure. Definitely. I think they need to do better as well. But to just flat out ban something like that, not cool, not right, absolutely fucking stupid. So, with that being said, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking tired of all this. And also, this kind of begs the question, little side note going on to what I was talking about earlier, about, you know, piracy and things like that. Alright, let's say hypothetically, you get rid of every porn site, period. Right? Let's say you're able to do that and you succeed. What are you going to do with the people that already have it on their computers? On their hard drives? What are you gonna fucking do about people that have it on their Xbox 360s or their PS3s or you know, anything else, their phones? What are you gonna do about that? You cannot stop everybody from watching porn. It's impossible. And even if you even if you ban these porn sites, I was trying to say ban and porn at the same time. That's why I say porn, because fuck porn sites. More, you know, more is gonna come up. It's the same thing with piracy. You ban a pirate site, more show up. The genie's out of the bottle here. All right, the genie is out of the bottle. You cannot put it back in, no matter how hard you try to ban it. You cannot put the genie back in the bottle. Porn websites will exist no matter what you do. I'm sure as we speak, somebody's developing a website for bondage solely porn, you know, solely bondage porn website. That was once boundhub.com. You know, I'm sure someone's working on it right now. And they're making it to where it's undetectable, where it can't be banned. And even if it is, they'll make a new one using pretty much the same code or whatever. Like, let's be real here. What are you stopping? All in all, nothing. Just give up, right? And some of you are probably wondering, well, if it's that easy, why are you complaining about it? Just wait for another site to come up and do whatever. It's the principle of the thing. The principle of the thing being they're banning shit that they don't agree with, that they don't like. Now imagine if people on the left did that. There would be riots in the fucking streets. Because, you know, oh well, the left, they're Nazis. They're trying to shut the fuck up. You sad sacks of fucking vaginal puke. And to any Republicans out there still watching, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about what you think. I mean, you literally think that people talking about Charlie Kirk's death are bad people. Oh, you know, people don't care. That's bad. But I don't fucking care. I don't care about Charlie Kirk. I don't care that he's gone. I don't fucking care if he's dead. Now, should he have died? But, you know, now that he's dead, oh fucking well. He won't be missed. Not by me. But I'll get into that again in another video. Get a little ahead of myself here. But yeah, that's it. I'm done. Video's over. Ashley out. Yeah, all that good shit. I don't even know what I'm doing in this particular Minecraft world. Also, I'm surprised they haven't banned Minecraft yet. Oh, imagination? Oh, we can't have imagination or creativity anymore. Yeah, just ban Minecraft. I mean, you're gonna ban everything anyway. Fucking hell.